was something that came across my mind as I was preparing my evening tea, and I thought I would share it with you guys. Sometimes people confuse speaking things into existence with talking too damn much. And there's a difference. Let me give you a case in point, and maybe you can relate to what I'm saying. We all have those one or two people that go around saying, I'm going to speak into existence this, and I'm going to speak into existence that. You know, they have ambitions, they have desires. Half of them follow through with action, and half of them don't. We already know this. But then we have some people that just tell all their business. And they'll disguise it as speaking things into existence. Let me give you a scenario. Let's say that you knew a lady, and for whatever reason, she got caught up in life in an early age, never finished her education, and, she's been getting by, relationships not too great. She did the best she could to raise her children the best way she could. But now she's at a point now where the kids have kind of moved on, and she wants to pick up where she left off. She wants to take care of unfinished business. She wants to get her education. She wants to go ahead and be able to do that so she could work in the field that she's always dreamt of working in, so she could be able to take care of herself better and be able to leave something for her children when it's time for her to leave this earth. I mean, that's the goal of all of us adults. So what she does is she'll say, okay, she's in the planning stage. She submitted her application to school. She's waiting for a response from that. She's gathering her paperwork and her resources so she can go ahead and get ready to pay for the education. And she's also making adjustments in her schedule and modifications in her lifestyle so she can be able to give the attention that she needs to give to go to school. She's planned everything out. And what she's doing is she's telling everybody she's excited. Anytime that we get involved in an endeavor that we're excited about, of course we want to share with people. So she's telling everybody, it's going to be tough. I know it's going to be tough, but that's okay. I'm speaking to existence that I'm going to have this degree and that I'm going to be able to do so and so. Nothing wrong with that. Don't have a problem with it, because she's actively taking the steps to do it. Like I said before, she's filled out the application, done the research, gathering her resources, allocating her time. She's taking the steps. Speaking it into existence 99.9% of the time, because she's making the necessary moves and preparations, she's going to be successful at it. And she's also weeding out the people that she thinks are going to be a good resource to her while she's going through this. If she's not doing it now, she's going to have to do it once she undertakes the responsibility of going back to school. Because it's funny, when one person tries to go and be successful in something, you really see the true colors of other people who haven't done shit for themselves. You see where they're really coming from. And you're going to be so pressed for time, and you're going to have your energy so focused on other things, you're not going to have the patience or the wherewithal to even deal with these people. You're going to cut them off in a New York minute, because your mission and your purpose has taken priority over their hang-ups. So if they don't go today, they're going to go tomorrow. But this lady has done the right. She's speaking into existence. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, flip side of it. She'll be successful in it, yes, if she stays focused. If she stays focused. The same amount of diligence that she's given to preparation, she needs to give the same amount of diligence and power to maintaining that level of commitment when she's in the middle of it. Whether she's tired or not, stay focused on the goal. She'll be successful, no problem. On the flip side of it, though, you got the talkers. And, I did a previous audio about talkers. But that's all they do. I mean, they got the gift of gab, and they can keep your attention talking, and don't do nothing. As soon as you leave the scene, they're right back to doing nothing. These are the people that just share too much damn information, but they'll go around saying that they're going to do this, saying they're going to do that. They'll talk about going to school, been talking about it for 12 years, don't really have anything to tie them down. The little kids that they did have when they first started talking about going to school, they're growing up and getting ready to go to college, so it's not like they have to have somebody tend to them all the time. The job situation, they've probably been on it for a while. They probably have some extra time off that they could spend to take care of their business, but they're not making any preparations. They're just going around telling everybody they want to go back to school. Like I said before, they've been doing this shit for years and they haven't done anything about it. In contrast to the other person who mentioned that they were going to go to school, they didn't waste any time from the time they first mentioned it to the time they started the classes. See what the difference is? See what the difference is? But these people will go around telling all their business. They'll turn around and say for 12 years, I'm speaking it into existence. I'm speaking it into existence, ain't doing jack shit. So now you see the difference between somebody speaking something into existence and the person who is just simply telling all their business. One involves action and the other one involves nothing. And I stated in one of my YouTube videos a while back, doing nothing is doing something. And when you do nothing, you're making a choice not to act. When you speak something into existence, that itself is an action. However, you have to put some momentum behind those words. You have to make those words become tangible, visual things that people can see and be like, okay, I can see the words that she spoke. I can see the words that he spoke. Because of the product, because of the fruit, because of because what has been manifested. But somebody's just going around telling all their business and cloaking it and speaking into it existence. These people are misguided and misunderstood. They probably don't have their energies aligned up. They're probably not focused. They're just doing that in an effort in their mind to keep up with the people who are making moves. They already know deep down that they're not at the vibration high enough to keep up with those folks. But they don't want to be left out of the conversation. See, that's the thing. They don't want to feel left out, but they don't want to do the work in order to fit in. Not with the ones who are moving. And besides, if you care about yourself enough, you're not going to be preoccupied about worrying about what other people think anyway. And you darn sure ain't going to be worried about where you fit in at. That's going to be the last thing on your mind because you'll be living your purpose because you knew yourself. These people don't know themselves. They're still looking for validation for themselves from the outside world, from other people, from other things, from other organizations and clubs and things like that. They feel that they don't throw themselves into it, they're not a valid person. Little do they realize that they were valid from the moment they were born. But see, they never got that message. So when they get around these movers and shakers, instead of just sitting there and just taking notes and taking knowledge that they need to have and just watching how these people move and asking for additional information to try to level themselves up, they will sit here and they will create all of these so-called achievements saying they're speaking them into existence with no intent whatsoever of acting upon them. So I kind of hope that this helps you out when you're trying to deal with people. This is a good way to kind of scan out and figure out who's true about who they are, who takes their life seriously and who doesn't. Because when you're on the path of discovery, you want to be around people who take life seriously. Because we know how limited it is, we know how fleeting it is. Just saying.